everybody, it's Mary back again from Rocky Mountain Gardens, and I thought I'd share with you my home decorations for the summer today in this video. Now, I have done a combination of summer decor with my Americana or patriotic decorations that I like to do in the summer leading up until Memorial Day and through the 4th of July. Keep those flags out and enjoy this patriotic season. So let's start looking around my home and seeing how I have gotten things put together, and I hope you get some ideas and enjoy the tour. Let's begin with a look at my gallery wall here in my entryway. And I do have some nice patriotic things here on my little shelf as you enter. I love the red, white, and blue. That's old-fashioned America sign. And of course, a little golden book of baby farm animals to highlight our summertime farm theme that I'm sort of incorporating. I have quite a mishmash actually this year. I always like to put some thematic greens or something in this basket. And guys, this cute little throw quilt, it's like a lap quilt, I guess you might say, was thrifted and has perfect colors for the season. And then over here on my side table, I have one of these darling, very vintage stand-up signs, I guess they're called, from Hobby Lobby. Really fits my vintage theme here in my home. And I love this little bike also down in the sign below that says hello. Perfect for the season, of course, riding bikes. And on my television area here, I have some nice things, kind of a lemon and daisy theme continuing over here. I got this plate right here, I believe, at Home Goods. And of course I collect daisies and greens and florals. And you know, if you collect them over the time that as the years go by, you're able to have a collection to work with each season and change things up the way you like them to look. So here is a vintage little boy holding his dog. Isn't he cute? I always look for little boy figurines to go with the memories that I have of my grandsons. Here's a cute little bear with his red, white, and blue ribbons, also for the holidays. And then if we back up, we have an old pillow that I've had for years here with the American flag. And then let's take a walk into my dining area. Over here next to my hutch, I have a couple of stacked stools and a thrifted basket with some florals in it. I'm going to stand back here and give you a look at my hutch, an overall view. Lots of Americana up on top of the hutch, and including those daisies, such a summery flower. And Uncle Sam up there riding a bike. Now down below on this shelf, I have another one of these Hobby Lobby little soldier drumming a drum, I guess, you know, one of these stand-up vintage pictures. And we have that lemon theme carried off here. I have this lovely ironstone pitcher that I was so lucky to find at the Ark thrift store here in town. And then coming to my table, continuing this lemon theme with the daisies. I just love daisies and lemons in the summertime. What do you think about that? It just is such a happy sort of look to the summer. And daisies always have a happy face in the garden. I'm sure you would agree. I left this white wreath on my mirror because it just kind of fits in with everything else I'm doing in this area. Now, over here is my picture cabinet that I've talked about that I found at a German flea market when I lived there. And oh guys, I have to show you a close-up of this teapot that I found. It's a little birdie. Isn't that darling? Looks like a eastern bluebird to me. And then coming over here to this cabinet behind my couch, you can see I have some of my quilt collection stacked in there, some of my thrifted tablecloths, teapots, and teacups. Lots of special things found there. I always like to get my cardinals out. Even though cardinals don't live in Colorado, they're still one of my favorite birds. And so I really enjoy having them here. And I found this cute Ritz London Book of Afternoon Tea at the Goodwill outlet. Of course, you must have doilies, more lemons and daisies. And this is an artificial plant. Trying to think of what these are called, guys. Can you help me out here? Oh my gosh. I'll put it up on the screen. I know you all know what these are. But anyway, I got that at Home Goods, and I love it because it's in full bloom all summer, and I don't have to worry about caring for it. And I can place it anywhere, even if there's no sun available, because, of course, it doesn't need sun, being a faux plant. So here's a little look again at the dining room. And let's walk on in now to my kitchen and library area. Here's an overall view of this living space that I have here. You might remember that I had this whole set of bookcases and cabinets installed earlier this year. And I did a video on how we created that. If you'd like to see it, I'll put a link down below in the description box for you. It was not a hard thing to do, but my handyman came through as always and made it just beautifully. So going with my vintage theme, you can see my kitchen area here with my island. And we have a rather overcast day here. I wanted to share with you how I use these flag bandanas that I coffee stained to give them a vintage look. And they make a great decorator sort of highlight right here on my island. And you can see I just moved everything over to this side, so I had lots of workspace over here for everyday cooking and so on. And over here on my kitchen cabinet, I have my Americana design going on here. And I have to tell you, I got these chickens, probably about 5 years ago at Michael's. I have never seen them there again, but I just adore them for my patriotic design that we like to do in the summer. Look at this cute salt and pepper shaker up here. This reminds me so much of my mother-in-law, who loves crabs and the beach. And she is the most amazing crab picker I've ever seen. She's taught my daughter how to pick crabs. She has taught my grandsons. And everybody loves crabs in the family. Here's this chair that I redid some time ago. I did a video on that as well. It's definitely a vintage piece. Look at this nice design in the top of the back of the chair. Isn't that pretty? And then here's a flag basket that I picked up at a craft show some time ago. There's another look there at the top of the cabinet. And coming slowly back around here, you can see from the distance my mantle. We'll take a close-up look at it in just a minute. And there's all of my bottle collection in the windows. And then very slowly, I'm going to come around here to show you the top of my fridge. There it is. I just love that look. Isn't it pretty? And there are some of my thrifted rolling pins. And that basket looks like an apple basket, sort of. Looks so cute up there. And then down next door is my coffee station, ready for the patriotic season. And guys, I found this old calendar at a thrift store some time ago. Isn't it just so cute? And I love the saying on it, "Bless this house, O Lord, we pray, make it safe by night and day." 1975. Now that's truly a vintage cloth calendar that I was thrilled to find. On top of my stove here, I still have my Bake Me a Cake as fast as you can. And in this corner, I decided to use this wooden cubby to display my Pioneer Woman coffee cups. I think they look really cute here in the corner, don't you? Isn't that something? And then on my windowsill, of course, I have a few cuttings that I'm trying to grow roots on in houseplants. And then I used a tray here. This is a galvanized tray to display some of my wooden utensils. See this cutting board in the back? This is actually a gift from my daughter, a hummingbird design. Isn't that pretty? That was a surprise gift and I really like it. And then here is a darling little chicken that was a thrifted find as well. Now, moving over here, back into the library area. I have a teacup waiting here for tea because I can sit in one of my comfy recliner chairs here. Either one can work, and have a sip of tea and read an interesting book right from my own library. Now on this white cabinet, I have some houseplants too, and here is another chicken that I got, and this one is actually a picture. Isn't that the most darling thing you ever saw? Oh my gosh, I was so thrilled to find it. Now let's take a look more close up of my mantle design. I found this enamel splatterware coffee pot, thrifting fairly recently. And oh my gosh, doesn't it look just so pretty with this bouquet in it? And here's a great tin that I found thrifting also, Farmer's Pride Baking Company, with a big old rooster on it. So cute. And then I had found this Rooster Roaster coffee on a very steep discount at Hobby Lobby a while back, and I just love using it in my decor, along with a rooster and a chicken that I've just had for quite a few years. I think they look so cute up here. Now on my hearth, I have another bouquet right here, along with Old MacDonald Had a Farm, little golden book. That was a really fun find. And then over here, and I'm sorry I don't have my candle lit, but here's one of my bird houses that I recently did a video about, painting bird houses. And this is a little bookcase that I had upstairs in my hallway, but I brought it down here to my library so I could display more of my books. Then let me bring you over to this little table. This is a piece that I bought some time ago. This black, it's sort of like a nightstand, but I'm using it as a side table down here in my library. And you can see a picture of my mom's family when they lived on a farm in southern Illinois. And here's a very darling little boy milking a cow, ready for the summertime. By the way, this other photo that you see here is my mom and my dad in a wedding photo. And I'm just giving you now a little look at how I have decorated my new bookcases. I got out some different pieces for the summertime, such as this little figurine. Look at that little boy selling flowers. Oh my goodness. He's so cute. And then I have my teapots, this darling little watering can painted up that I found also thrifting. This is a Royal Albert teacup that I found with my friend Kathy when we were antiquing recently. It was like half the cost, even though it was an antique store. It was about half the cost of what you would pay retail for. And then I also found this darling little birdhouse made of ceramic, so I'm keeping that indoors. Here's some cute little birdies in my garden journal from last summer. Another teapot. Look at this little boy with his dog. He's all ready to garden. And we'll just step back here for a full view of my bookcases. Now here on this table, I have a thrifted doily and this red checked tablecloth that is just like the one my grandma had in her kitchen. Brings back memories from when I was a little girl. And then you may have seen this figurine before. Some of the comments I've had about it is that it reminded them of Tom Sawyer, but he is just a cutie. So there you are, my kitchen and my library. I hope you enjoyed this tour, and I hope that you'll join me next time for another video coming up. And this is Mary saying goodbye. Until the next time, have a very wonderful day.